All right, today's project is I'm gonna follow up on the one-by build of this BMC Time Machine. So I'll give an overall review at the end. Right now I'm kind of like stuck at this moment where the rear brakes, it's always been an issue to me with this old frame. As you can see here, try to zoom in. You can't see it probably, but right there, it's it doesn't give you a lot of room to work with the rear brakes. So what I normally did in the past was I would spin the brakes on, which I'm not gonna show you guys, until it's tight. But then as soon as you hook it all up, it'll like kind of rub on either right or left. I forgot which side, but I can't be doing that anymore. So today I popped this out. I'm gonna do a little project to show how it works. And I'll even show you what I did before was grinded half of this just before the video to kind of test fit it. It did fit in here, as you can see. Probably, yeah, it did kind of fit in here. But it's kind of got a little hard time like wrenching it to tighten it up. So I'm gonna go down here to what I'm gonna do. So I got one of these wrenches from AutoZone, right? So they can fit these bits, right? So these bits, they all come the same size. I have one right here. It's actually the same one I'm gonna be working with. So these come with the standard tool sets that you buy, like Craftsman, like my Craftsman kit. So what I'm gonna do is that you see that line right there, I'm gonna grind that in half, okay? And it should give me some clearance. So let's get to it. All right, no necessary order here. I'm gonna use this grinder right here to kind of grind it down. And it's gonna be real loud, so I'm gonna skip it. All right, so next step is I'm gonna use this grinder right here, this bench grinder, to kind of like smooth it out. All right, so I pretty much cooled it down and all that, so I'm gonna get to it. All right, so this is the comparison of the regular bit. All right, now this is with the new bit that I just grinded down. Should give it plenty of clearance. All right, so you could probably see it barely, but it's in. Now I'm gonna drop this. I'll take our brake caliper on it and tighten it down. All right, so moment of truth. I can't really see it from this angle, but it's pretty much gonna go in and just basically turn it's already moving the caliper. So I'm gonna use two hands to tighten it up, and I'll give you my thoughts after this. Okay, right up to about this point, you hear that ratchet sound? Works pretty good. Right up to this point, it's pretty much tightened down, so I'm gonna make sure the alignments are all good. One of the things about this, all right, it's pretty tight. One of the things about this frame is that it's got this annoying bolt in the back right here. And it makes it really hard or impossible to even install brakes or make it work properly. So, you know, something that BMC designed back in the days. I don't agree with it because I picked up this frame for cheap. I wanted to build a little cheap tri-rig out of it, and this was actually one of the things that held me back from building this frame until now. I guess I got kind of bored, so I just got some spare time to make it work. So let's get to it. All right, so I wanted to take a pause to kind of show my install of the wheels that I'm going to use for this bike. Just doing the old slime trick using the squirt stuff. It's been working pretty good with tubes, and I did flat on these GP Force Attacks one time with tubes, and it actually patched it right up. So I believe in the Squirt brand. So something different from installing this rear wheel is you gotta unplug the Di2, and you gotta like hold the cage from the lower pulley down, loop it to about one of the smaller cogs right here, and then remove this end cap for the quick release to kind of pop it in. As soon as it's in, then you can install it. Alright, just showing a finished product of the pretty much almost done setup. So that's how kind of how I just left it hanging. Push the brakes up here. And it pretty much works fine. Gonna go through the gears. Alright, so I'm gonna plug it back in. I'm gonna go through the 11-36 teeth. Micro adjust. Got a little rub coming from this K edge, just a tip right there. Not sure if I can do anything else, but assuming I'm not going to be running mostly 36 tooth, it should be fine in the smaller gears. So that should be it with the build for now. Let's see if I can add more parts and finish up the video. All right, so this is the finished product of the BMC Time Machine. This is a tt03 model, once again. It's been a long time coming. I'm glad that I was able to fix the brake issue finally, that part that was never addressed when I first made the video way back in the days. So I slapped on the data error bar just for now, did a quick adjustment because it's already been pretty much adjusted already. Just a quick stroll around the neighborhood. The bike does feel pretty quick. And you know, I'm not really much into like aero aspects or anything, but it does feel pretty quick. Going about it, it's got obviously the 6800 Di2, no bar tape for now. It's a quick kind of like dry run kind of build. Finished up building it, so it's got the cages that's missing for the bottles, and it's running a 11x36 11-speed cassette. I chose the XTR only because it came with the kit that I bought, and it can shift up to beyond the, yeah, so or 42 actually. The only gripe or issue that I can sense from this build so far is the K edge chain guard, I guess, for the one by. It kind of like, as you get to the bigger cogs, let me stop that, like probably about 9, 10, 11, it starts scraping like right here. So I think I could probably do without it, because I never had it. I just bought this because it, you know, came with the one by setup. But the bad thing, I'll give a review real quick, is the K edge, it's too narrow. Whereas this cassette right here, or this chain ring, sorry, it's a 54 tooth, right here. But it's too wide, like SRAM makes it too wide, or it kind of bulges out, kind of like a hump. So what happens is it actually scrapes, so I had to put this higher, and this kind of renders it pointless in my case, or in my opinion. But I'll go with it for now. Got the Wahoo power pedals, only the left side. I'm gonna try to ride with the Wahoo pedals more because it's kind of like a knee preference, because I have knee issues, I guess. Other than that, it's external routed bottle cage battery mount. A lot of things are missing, I know that, but I just wanted to kind of like showcase it just for reference in case anybody wants to do something like this with their old bikes or anything like that, or just want to build this up and needed some motivation or something. Yeah, so other than that, this bike, everything's external wiring. It's taped up. I'm probably gonna have a little issue with the rub down here with the cable, and kind of like rub against the tire actually. So I gotta retape this part right here, or add an extra piece of tape right here. Yeah, like I said, gotta tape it up. It does feel pretty solid for a build, and it's gonna be like a budget build supposedly, so you know, everything's like a budget, but budget does have its limits, I think. But it didn't cost that much to build this up, considering that I just pieced up everything myself. And I sourced out the frame for like, I think, $230 or something like that. But that should be it. I'm going to be testing this bike out on a nice flat section where I live. So if it does prove worthy, then I might get like one of them disc wheels. If I do, I'll update that. And that should be it for this build. It's got the uncut steer. You know, like I said, there's a lot of unfinished things here, but it's just to kind of see if it's worthy. And I think it is. For a quick little stroll, it feels much more aero than my regular aluminum road bike. So